Manchester United returned to winning ways on their US preseason tour with a 3-2 victory over Real Betis in San Diego, California. The Red Devils were forced to come from behind when Iker Losada smashed the ball into the back of the net for the Spanish side after just 15 minutes. Within 2 minutes of conceding, United were given the chance to equalise when Amad Diallo was hacked down inside the area. Marcus Rashford duly slotted the spot kick away before Amad Diallo and Casemiro added the second and third goals within 13 minutes. Former Leeds defender Diego Llorente did pull a goal back for Betis in the second half, but United held on for the victory. Mail Sports' Chris Wheeler was in San Diego on Wednesday night and picked out 5 things we learned from the match. Injury curse strikes again. As if Manchester United hadn't had enough bad injury news for one day, Marcus Rashford and Antony both went off in the 3-2 victory over Real Betis at the Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego. After it was confirmed that Leny Yoro and Rasmus Hojlund will be out for 3 months and 6 weeks respectively, Rashford limped off just after the hour mark when he was caught on the right ankle by a heavy challenge by Sergi Altamira in the Real Betis box. It was serious enough for Jadon Sancho to motion to the United bench for assistance, and the physios were quickly onto the pitch. Rashford had treatment for a couple of minutes before walking off awkwardly with physio Jordan Rees and heading straight down the tunnel at the Snapdragon Stadium. Erik ten Hag made a raft of changes just 2 minutes later, so Rashford was probably due to come off anyway. But the sight of another forward limping away just 4 days after Hojlund suffered a hamstring injury was a cause for concern. Antony was one of those changes, but he lasted just 23 minutes before going off towards the end, cutting a frustrated figure as he went straight to the dressing room. Reducing the crippling number of injuries was one of United's priorities this season, but they have already suffered enough of them in pre-season to suggest it's a problem that won't go away in a hurry. United on song without Hojlund. Losing Rasmus Hojlund for 6 weeks would appear to be a bitter blow for United, leaving manager Erik ten Hag with just one recognised senior striker in Joshua Zirkzee, who has yet to play after signing from Bologna for £36. 5 million. But United showed that there are other options with an attacking performance brimming with creativity. Jadon Sancho played as a false 9 on tour in the US last summer, and he filled the same role after Hojlund was injured against Arsenal on Saturday. Sancho's future at Old Trafford is still in doubt, but he showed his flexibility again here and had a goal ruled out for offside inside the opening 5 minutes. Amad Diallo was particularly effective on the right flank. He drew the foul from Romain Perraud that allowed Marcus Rashford to equalise from the penalty spot, and then rifled home United's second. Rashford was on form as well before limping off in the second half, creating a number of chances for his teammates and squaring for Casemiro to claim the third goal from close range. With Christian Eriksen dropping deep alongside Casemiro, and Scott McTominay at number 10, United were full ideas and attacking threat, particularly in the first half. Ten Hag takes no chances. After the deflating news about Yoro's injury, Erik ten Hag was taking no chances with his centre-backs in San Diego. His only half-time changes at the Snapdragon Stadium were Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof as they made way for Johnny Evans and Will Fish at the interval. After last season's chronic injury problems, Particularly in defense, you can hardly blame Ten Hag for playing it safe with his central defenders. With Euro now expected to be out of action until November, and no guarantee United will sign Matthijs de Ligt or Jared Branthwaite, Ten Hag has to be careful with his centre-backs. As it stands, Lisandro Martinez would start the season alongside Maguire, although the Argentine hasn't returned to training after the Copa America and is unlikely to be available for the Community Shield against Manchester City on August 10. Lindelof has been linked with a move to Fenerbahce, although it remains to be seen if Euro's injury forces a rethink.